I think you're doing a mukbang wrong. Hello, welcome back to The Sticky Show, where we hang out every Thursday. If you like it, you should subscribe. Even if you don't like it, you should subscribe. How about that?
Today's the most demanded video we've ever gotten ever.
Well, we did a Thanksgiving mukbang back around Thanksgiving, and I got full really fast. Both of us got full really fast.
Very quickly.
And I was like, how do people do this? I think the only thing that I could mukbang for a while is popsicles, probably. Also, I found out it was called mukbang, not mukbang.
No, it's mukbang.
But yeah, so I mentioned that on our mukbang, and a bunch of people said that we should do a popsicle mukbang. I was like, why the hell not?
Most
Let's
requested
do
thing
it.
ever.
Guess what? It's the Sticky Show. We're about to get sticky.
That's right.
That should be our always thing. We go and get sticky.
No. What's your favorite one?
I don't know. Let's try them. I think Bomb Pops have always been an
Yeah, you like
ultimate
those.
fave.
The Rocket Pops.
Nate purchased these popsicles. We had no idea what we were gonna get before we sat down here.
Yes.
So here we go. My first choice, Bomb Pops, because they're bomb.
I don't want to begin with my favorite.
Oh.
I think that's a mistake. I
It's
think
your
you
fault.
actually made a huge mistake just now.
I don't think I made any mistakes. I could eat just this box of Bomb Pops if I wanted. It's my mukbang.
Mighty Sour Ice Pops. That sounds pretty bomb.
No, this is bomb.
No, this sounds really bomb.
But this actually sounds bomb if you pronounce the name of it.
I disagree.
Oh, you're done.
Ooh, green apple,
Mmm.
blue raspberry, white lemon.
You know what I like about these? Is like they're soft. You know, you can just bite them and it's not like that crunchy, icy popsicleness. I could eat this entire box.
Why white lemon? Why can't
not?
it be yellow?
Why not?
But lemon's always yellow stuff. It's always yellow.
Artificially. That's what the man wants you to think.
What?
Oh yeah, if you make lemonade, it's not yellow.
It's pretty. It's got a yellow
It's
tint
like
to
a
it.
frosty looking,
I
very
disagree.
light.
I disagree.
Will it have to be topical what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
I'd like to be talking
Why?
about both
Why
things.
can't we just talk about whatever we want to talk about? Whatever we want.
Okay, we can do that. Dang, that branding is fucking stuck in your head.
We're on a channel called JK News sometimes, and we do a segment called Off the Record. And the host, Tiff Del Real, who was recently on Tasty Tuesday, you should check that out. She always introduces it and she goes, "Welcome to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever we want."
Hey guys, welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever we want.
And I like that. I liked being
I
able
know,
to
I got
talk
used to
about
it. Well, I used to make fun of it.
whatever I want.
I used to make fun of it because she always did that hand gesture every time, but then
I like it.
right, but you know, it's just
It's
it's
good
funny.
branding.
Then I've gotten so used to it.
You eating a popsicle with a fork and knife? Oh, you're so silly. Oh my god, look at this silly guy. You can't cut a popsicle with a fork and knife.
Yes, you can.
I think you're doing a mukbang wrong.
What are you talking about? People eat with utensils and mukbangs all the time.
They do?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I feel like I always just see people grabbing with their hands.
Let's actually shower. Let's go.
You're so dramatic. So extra. I'm already done with mine. What's your
Wow,
problem?
this is good as hell.
Yeah?
I would drink this if it was like a lemonade.
I didn't know you like sour things that much.
Oh, I love sour
Oh, you like
shit.
sour?
Oh yeah, like warheads.
Are you doing that so people can't Photoshop you like sucking a dick or something?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not giving the internet the satisfaction that it so craves.
Dude, I could do like 50 more bomb pops.
Well, you're getting it. They're always long. These are.
I know, this is what I said would be the only food that I can mukbang because I could legit eat 1,000 popsicles.
We're gonna feel weird tonight.
I feel weird tonight.
No doubt, it's gonna feel strange.
So, tell me about your thoughts on life. That's what you do in a mukbang, right? I always think I'm doing it wrong because I'm
Well,
like, no
lately-
way people just want to hear me conversate with somebody.
Lately, it's been weird just because I felt so used. Oh my god, damn! I like this.
When I'm just eating a popsicle.
Yeah, nice.
Please don't Photoshop me.
Shut up. I felt very useless lately because I've been
Useless?
doing my kidney stone thing.
You've been doing those kidney stones. You could do Kegels or you could do kidney stones. And he chose kidney stones. Terrible choice, in my opinion. Should've picked
I didn't
something
pick
else.
anything. That's for sure.
So you feel useless.
I have, yeah.
Why?
Well, just because it's not fun to do things. Like it's not.
Not fun to eat popsicles with a fork and knife.
Well, this is fun. So yeah, I don't know. Been trying to do that. Bounce back from that. Or I'm now trying
What's
to do
really
that.
hard with Steve is he's not used to multitasking, so like doing this and talking is
very
like
true.
very hard for him.
That's extremely true.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like waiting for the sentence forever to end.
Well, I'm sorry.
And I want to have a conversation with you, but you're very invested.
Dude,
in-
it's just so sour. It's like, I keep gleeking. Remember that thing
Really?
called gleeking when in high school where those fucking kids would always do it all
Yeah,
over the place?
it was
I'm
gross.
like, dude, don't do this
Dude,
shit.
the kids would gleek on me and I'd be so fucking
Yeah, why
mad.
do they do it
By
on
the way,
people?
I
It's like you're
hate
spitting on them.
saliva. Like, I hate it in general. Like, even my own saliva. I could never play that Chubby Bunny game because it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I always want to vomit everywhere, all over the place because
Yeah.
It's so gross. And then when I see people's drool, ugh. I don't even want. Oh, why do I have the image in my head now?
Same. But yeah, gleeking was weird. Mm-hmm. I also remember one time this dude, I was in high school, or I was in middle school. I was in 6th grade.
This is important.
Well, it is.
Okay.
This dude's like, look, dude, look. And I'm like, what? And he's like, look, down here. He's like, look right here. And I'm like, what? And then he was like flinching his dick so it made his like pants rise up a little bit.
Oh, that's tight. That's so
I was
sad.
like, what the fuck are you showing me this
That's
for? Dude,
tight.
what's your fucking problem? He was
He's
like,
showing you
he
his
was like, look,
dick
dude,
with
look. So,
Dude, that happened to me in high school. My friend Kate, she was very edgy. She brought out like the more like rebellious side in me and Tara.
Yeah.
And she was the only one that had ever had sex with a boy.
Oh,
she was younger than us. She was 14.
Yeah.
Like if we were in a group of guys and there's like 3 girls and 3 guys, all the guys would want her.
Oh.
Yeah, because she
was DTF.
No, not so much that, but she just knew how to talk to guys. She knew how to like flirt with them.
Oh, she's flirty.
She was really good at flirting by like walking the line between busting balls and like flirting.
Yeah.
She didn't make out with a lot of guys, but she didn't like have sex with a lot of guys.
She didn't make out?
No, she did
she
make
did.
out, but it wasn't like she was DTF for all the guys. She really wanted a boyfriend. And she always had one, but then she'd always cheat on them. So she had like 2 guys that both wanted her on either side of her, and she was like, Nikki, have you ever seen this? Dicks are so weird. When you touch them, they go like up and down like a light switch. And like she made this guy's dick right next to her like do it, and he's like, yeah, it's doing it. And she's like, see, it's doing it. Touch it. And I'm like, no. And he's like, it's doing it. And I was like, I don't want to.
That guy's my favorite character in maybe any story I've ever heard. It's doing it. Come on, it's just doing it, man. I fucking love that guy. I knew so many guys like that.
Because he like liked her, so he didn't want to be like, stop.
Oh yeah, he also liked what she was doing. Why would he ask her to stop?
No. And then she did it to both of them on each side. And she was like, it's like a light switch.
We're so weird in that age. It's such a strange age.
It's because we're all exploring our bodies. We don't know each other's bodies. I didn't know dicks did that. I also didn't know that like when you give a hand job, it's like this with the skin.
Okay.
That you're supposed to like just go like,
geez,
do like all kinds of. I didn't know. You don't ever know until you see one. I want to try one of these sour ones.
They're bomb, dude. I love them sour. I've always been into sour shit. I don't know. Since I was a little kid, I was always like super duper into sour.
Is this still sour?
This is blue raspberry.
Both rows this, but this is the sour one.
Oh yeah, this is bomb.
You've called everything bomb except for you haven't tried a bomb pop.
No, I know. I'm waiting.
The actual bomb pop. This is really good. Who came up with blue raspberry? Like,
I don't know, but it's a really good idea.
Someone invented it, and then everyone just buys this idea of blue raspberry. All the other fruits are real, except for a blue raspberry.
When I was a kid, they had Mario Brothers fruit snacks. And if you got the blue raspberry Mario in a random pack, it was like 1 in a million chance, and you won $1 million.
Wow. Did you ever win?
And you get a trip to Nintendo headquarters. No.
Dude, one time I won a trip to New York, but the DJ hung up on me. It was a radio calling thing. Because you could tell I was a kid. I was like, let me get my mom. And you could tell he hung up on me. But I won. I was so fucking excited that I won a trip to New York. And he's like, you won, you're the winner, you know, like, and he's like, I need to get your name, your address, all this stuff. Are you over 18? I was like, no, but let me call my mom really quick. Let me get her on the phone. And he's like, okay. And then he hung up, and then I called back, and got a hold of him after he announced some other winner. And I was like, hey, my mom's on the phone. And he's like, oh, you hung up on me. So like I moved on to the next person. I was like, no, I didn't. And he's like, yeah, you said, oh shit. And then you hung up. And I was like, I would never say a bad word.
That's very you.
That's not me.
That's so you.
I was so angry that when he hung up and he accused me of saying a bad word.
Yeah. I never really won anything like that. They had this bookmark competition at my school for like DARE, anti-drug campaign thing. And I drew this like thing with like the Looney Tunes on it. And like I won for my whole school.
Wow.
That was pretty sick.
You won a bookmark?
No, I won the bookmark competition.
What did you win?
The idea is like you draw a bookmark. So we had to draw
this
big bookmark. And then if you won, they're going to turn yours into a real bookmark to send to every school or some shit.
So that's what I'm saying. You won a bookmark.
No, I won the competition, the drawing competition.
But what did you win?
I ended up going to the regional.
Like what prize
I ended up going
did you
to the regionals.
Okay.
And then losing there. So I think I won like a couple, like some money or something, and like a certificate.
I mean, I'm proud of you for making it to regionals.
Thank you. I also think that mostly I got voted for because I drew the Looney Tunes.
Or maybe that's why you lost, because it was someone else's work.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't turn it into a bookmark without getting sued.
Exactly.
Exactly. Who the fuck knows? But when you're a kid, you're just like, you'd be so sick of drop fucking Bugs Bunny and Daffy. And then I remember a bunch of kids were like, dude, you fucking trace this shit. I was like, I didn't fucking trace it. And they're like, you trace this shit. It's too good. You're a tracer. I went home to my mom and I was like, they're saying I was tracing it. And she's like, you know what you gotta do, Steven? You get a piece of paper and a pen and you have it in your pocket. And then anytime somebody says you're a tracer, you just pull out that piece of paper and you just draw that Bugs Bunny right there on the spot.
You traced it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I started doing that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because fuck them.
Yeah. And then when they shut up?
Yeah, hell yeah, they did.
That's cool.
It worked.
I love how all of your stories are victorious.
I win a lot, yeah.
You win a lot.
I collect victories.
Mine are all like just sad. Like
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, no, this person didn't want to play with me anymore. My other friends that I thought were my friends, like, they had a birthday
This
party
person
without me.
didn't want to play with me anymore. This is why people hate on me because I make fun of this all the time, but it's so fucking funny sounding. Remember that scene in Ghostbusters, or the second Ghostbusters movie? They're at the birthday party in the very beginning of the movie, and they're like, hey kids, we're Ghostbusters. They come on and they sing happy birthday or whatever to all these kids, and then like the song ends and they're like, you know what I mean? And then the kids are like, my dad says you guys fucking suck or whatever. And I always laugh at that because it's so funny. It's just funny that a kid says that to an adult. And it's just so mean, you know? It's just so mean. So I always laugh at your stories because it's so fucking mean sounding that it's hilarious. It's like it's seen in a movie every time. You're like, yeah, I used to hang out with these people and then they didn't want to hang out with me anymore. It's just so fucking mean. But I know it's true. But then we deal with situations with humor. So that's why I always laugh at it.
So sour.
See, I told you. You were like, oh, he's so extra. Oh, he's really hammered up with the extra.
I thought you said you were extra because of the fork and knife with the popsicle, and because you couldn't finish your sentence because you were like, oh, it's sour.
Well, it was cold mostly, and then also sour. That combination, you tried to deal with that combination.
Well, I just bit into all of my popsicles.
Yeah, well, guess what? Mine was fresh out the freezer.
Fine.
Fresh.
You know what? I'm better at talking with popsicles than you.
These have gone
I'm
up
better.
20 degrees
I'm better than you. I'm gonna eat all the blue popsicles from every box.
You are gonna do that.
I like blue.
Dude, I love these. Push Pops is what is up.
What's your least favorite popsicle flavor?
Usually grape or watermelon.
Same. I hate grape. Watermelon? What the hell?
I don't like watermelon anything artificial.
Get out.
I like the actual watermelon fruit, but the artificial watermelon to me always sucks.
I like this one.
That's why we do it, folks. That's why we do it.
Oh, it's sexual?
Oh, heck yeah, sexual.
Eating this blue raspberry after the sour blue raspberry, this tastes like a banana. This is like way too sweet.
It tastes too sweet?
Mm-hmm. It's supposedly the same flavor. One is sour, but one is sweet. Or one is not sour. But this tastes like a whole different flavor. It tastes like a banana. Like I'm eating a cold, frozen banana.
My mom used to make banana bread.
You know how to operate this?
Yeah. My mom used to make banana bread when I came home from school.
You're not gonna push up a push pop? Oh, I can't eat this anymore. That's not good.
Really?
Ugh, I don't
What's
like
wrong with it?
I don't know. I don't like it. But it tastes like grapes
like that one.
or banana. I don't know.
I thought that was pretty good, actually. I enjoyed that one.
I really ate a bomb pop, to be honest. To be quite honest.
You could be honest. Yeah, my mom she would make all kinds of bread. She'd make banana bread. She'd make white bread. She'd make wheat bread.
Oh, cool.
She'd make fucking blueberry bread or whatever the fuck with cinnamon or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was dope.
I like bread.
I love fresh bread. The smell of fresh bread is one of my favorite smells.
You know what, my specialty was banana bread.
Oh yeah, banana bread.
And then I started doing like alternate banana breads. I would do like banana bread with pineapple chunks in them. I would do like
that's really
banana
good.
bread with chocolate chips. I would do like banana bread with like a sliced thin like vertical banana strip on the top.
Yeah, that's bomb.
It's all like fancy looking.
You would make that shit?
Yeah, I freaking love banana bread.
That's really good.
One time I gave some to the guy I had a crush on, but because he was gonna ask me to prom, and then he was kind of liking me, and I was like, okay, so I made you some banana bread. I hope that's not weird. And then he's like, oh, that's tight, and he liked my banana bread. And then he, I guess, asked me out to a movie.
You were a fucking weird kid.
He texted asking if I want to go to see a movie at 7, but because after school I had no friends, I went to the Borders bookstore and I would be in a corner reading books. My phone was on silent, like I didn't have my phone on me. I was reading books.
Cool.
And so I didn't get his.
You're being polite in the library.
Well, I didn't get his message until 10 p.m. because I didn't want to go home alone and be alone and think about how alone I am. So I just would like just get lost in books. And then I wait till the longest possible to go home. And I got his text when I got home and I was like, I just didn't think anyone would be texting me. And so I messaged him like, oh, I just got this, sorry. And the movie theater was right there too, like right next to the bookstore. I could have just gone right over. I was like, I'm so bummed. I missed your text. And he took it as a diss. And then he asked this other girl to prom the very next day.
These are formative years. You feel unconfident about yourself. And if you get rejected in any way, you want to flush that shit all the way down the toilet.
I was the most rejected person. That one hurt.
I don't blame that kid at all.
Even if the girl texts you like, hey, I just got this.
Well, it's the amount of time. It was a couple hours, and those are the years when you have your phone on you all the time. No. Like constantly.
In my world, not many people had phones.
Well, we've gone through this before. You don't think you even had a phone back then, so it's fine.
I think you had a phone in high school. I just don't think you had one in 6th grade.
I didn't say it was 6th grade. I said 8th grade.
Nah.
Fucking exactly. My hands are so sticky.
Well, that's because you shouldn't eat popsicles with your hands. They have a built-in stick for you to eat them off of them.
Yeah, no, but there's only one way to do that, isn't there?
You're like a child.
I'm not a child. You're a child.
I'm not. I'm on my 5th bomb pop, and then.
Oh yeah, give me a bomb pop. Are we gonna really do the pomegranate one?
This one looks like shit. Like this one looks like your mom packed it for you.
I judge Nate on this one.
Like, I think he was trying to
this is organically
give us some
grown
options. Give us some options with the popsicles. But really, I could eat boxes upon boxes of bomb pops. I even feel drunk off of how many bomb pops I've eaten.
I tried to get at least one like nice popsicle thing. Like they looked upscale.
Tastes like Juicy Juice boxes, but frozen. Here, I'll share it with you.
Which one is that?
The good one.
No, it's not. Won't smell.
It tastes like jam that's been frozen.
You should go write that right now on the review for that. That's a business killer. That's a business kill shot right there.
Well, I've never quite heard of well, I guess I have heard of Outshine. I think they have a watermelon one that's good. And it has like seeds in it, like fake seeds.
Oh yeah, the strawberry one's bomb as fuck.
Yeah.
Why don't you get the strawberry one instead?
Yeah, Nate.
I was trying to be fancy.
Yeah,
pomegranate.
Who likes pomegranate?
Fancy fucking people.
You know what I don't like either is grapefruit.
I like pomegranate.
No way.
It's so bitter, dude.
I don't like grapefruit, but I like grapefruit flavored things.
Like what?
Like those candies, like those gummies. Those grapefruit.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Why do you keep leaving? Like we have so many.
I'm not leaving.
All of our food is on the table.
Just use the microwave real quick. 1 sec. Be right with you.
This is the worst date I've ever been on. Can you take this away? I'm done with this.
Please.
I'm finished. It was good.
What was the worst date you've ever been on?
This one right now.
What's the second worst date?
Ew.
What?
I'm so repulsed right now.
Why? We're just doing Popsicle Mukbang.
You're slurping a melted popsicle. It's so gross.
I'm not even sure what you're talking about. It's actually good. It's actually really good. You're eating the same thing I'm eating right now. You're just eating it in a different form.
No, I'm not.
How long did you cook it for, Steve?
Approximately 15 seconds, Nate.
It was like
lukewarm.
Very nice. So it's like lukewarm?
No, it's actually cold. Very, very nice.
So yeah, like my friend needs me. It's like she has an emergency right now. Like, so she just texted me.
I can go with you. I can take you.
No, she said no boys, please.
No, I'll take you.
No, I'm sorry. Can we get the bill? Get the check. He's got it.
What is the worst date you've ever been on?
Oh, it's a pretty solid date.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't you that much. You know, I never really had a worst date because I feel like if I don't like the person, I can still make it fun.
Yeah.
But I can still bust balls and I like the story. Like I am able to see like how it's a fun story.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
That's true.
So like I think I've told the story before about how like I went on a date with this guy that was super flamboyantly gay, but like kept pretending like he wasn't. He was super nice, like planned out such a good date. It should have been a good date in theory. Like we started at a hookah bar, had some appetizers, then we went to this like art comedy show where they had like artists like battling each other's art and stuff, and it was really fun.
He paid?
At the Meltdown. Yeah. And then we went to next door to like a wine and tapas bar.
I love tapas.
You could taste different wines and you could
tight.
But he was the guy that was like, I just can't eat in front of you. Like, this is like so, like, I'm so messy. I'm just like so nervous. I'm sorry. Like, you talked exactly like that. Like, and he had his legs crossed. And if he wasn't gay, he was just super effeminate. Like, the most feminine man I have ever met.
Right.
And then at the end, the reason why I think he's like sealed the deal for me that like, oh, this guy just needs to date dudes. Like, he just hasn't figured it out yet. And so he walked me to my car and he's like, bye. Like, we go to hug bye, and he goes, like that, and kisses and pecks me. And I'm like, okay, call you later. And I sit in my car, and then I'm texting my brother about how funny the date was. As I'm talking to my brother, or as I'm texting him, I get a tap on the window because I'm in my car. Roll it down, and he's like, hey, I didn't want to leave you with a grandma kiss. And he pulls my head in and sticks his tongue down my throat and then pulls back out and goes, bye. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, dang.
What happened?
That was an assault.
I was so confused. But he didn't like try to make out. He just went.
Yeah, he went for it.
And then that's it.
Wow.
He just stuck his tongue down my throat and like, bye.
Yikes.
I was like, you should have left me with the grandma kiss.
And then didn't you say he reached out to you after that and said, hey, don't ever mention this shit, please?
Oh, yeah.
Because he knew you were stand-up?
Yeah, he said not to put it in my stand-up comedy, so I didn't. I just talked about it in a lot of videos on the internet forever. He was a nice guy. I hope he's found love.
There you go.
That was like 6-7 years ago. And that was like my first and only and ever will be internet date. I just wanted, for the story, like I wanted to know what it was like to go on a date with someone that you met off of an app.
Yeah.
And this guy, like on paper, it seemed like we would be totally compatible. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like I was trying to get a funny story.
Right.
I was like, I wanted to actually like see
so
what
like,
it was like.
he sends you a message and he's just like, yo, let's go on a date thing?
Well, it took, like there was a lot of back and forth first.
Yeah.
Where it was like, well, what would your ideal date be? And he's like, oh, I love planning like fun dates. I don't like this boring dinner and a movie date, like basic date. And I'm like, dude, me neither. Let's do some shit that's fun. So I was like, what would you normally do? And so he laid out options. He's like, first I would do this, and then I would go here. And then he's a fun date planner. And so he's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want you to surprise me. Like, you sound like a really good date planner.
Oh, there you go.
And so that's kind of how it started. And then we agreed to meet at a hookah bar, and I was like, already tight.
Sounds like a winner, man. Hookah bars are fun, though, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the date was fun. That's why it's like hard to say it was the worst date.
Yeah.
But it was just like, that
least
was the least compatible guy that I've
makes
ever gone on a date with.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was the pyramid scheme, man.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did that too.
You did a pyramid scheme to somebody, or you got?
No, I got pyramid scheme, but then I joined the pyramid scheme, and then I was like, this is tight. And then I stayed in it for 2 years, and I made some money with it.
See.
That's actually how I met my boyfriend of 5 years that I moved to LA with. He was one of the trainers in the company. The date was not with that boyfriend of 5 years.
Oh.
The date was with this guy that I knew from high school that had stood me up 2 times previously on a date. Like, he asked me out, I got all ready, he stood me up. And then I still said yes to this guy's 3rd date. He's like,
why?
Hey, because I was so lonely.
Man.
I know. I was like, I had no friends really except like my friend Tara, but she was in a relationship, so like she was always with her boyfriend. I just needed something to do. I wanted to talk to somebody.
Sure.
You know? And I'm like a homebody, but like after a while, I just started, I'm like, I need to have a conversation with somebody my age.
Right.
So yeah, then he's like, hey, I'm sorry I stood you up those other 2 dates, but like, I'm like, around your neighborhood right now, if you want to if you don't have plans, like let's hang out. And I was like, okay. And then he picks me up, he was like, yeah, my friend has this like business party going on. And I was like, okay. I figured we were gonna go to like a corporate party or something like that. And he takes me to this dude's house, and there was like 3 other people there, and there was like a presenter up front, and they like play this DVD. And I was like...
You like already knew.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I know what this is. And my mom did Amway before, so I was like, oh, this is like Amway. And the guy's like, well, no, I mean, it's not like...
No.
Well, it's not like Amway, but it's like, it's a similar, Amway. Like, it's the multi-level marketing setup. And I was like, okay. I don't know, by the end of it, because the way that they broke it down was like so easy, I was like, you can make how much money? Yeah, then I joined.
This is why they give out free vacations.
And they were like,
and like, you just have to go to our timeshare seminar. And people were like, we already know it's a timeshare seminar. We're gonna be cool. And they come out of there and like, we bought a timeshare.
That happened to my parents. Normally it's like $250 to join, but this particular day they were running a promotion and it was only $49 to join. So I joined.
You got unlucky. I will say, as skeptical as I am, you actually came on a lucky day.
See, that's why I was like, that's like. If I lost $49, it's like worth it.
That's pretty lucky.
And I ended up making like probably 10 grand over the course of 2 years. It was a lot of work though. Like I actually sold the product to companies, like cold calling, and like I actually did the sales part of it.
What's that like, cold calling?
I didn't care.
Because you're a person who's been rejected now a bunch. So
Yeah.
You're just like, fuck it, I'll get rejected
Yeah,
on the phone all
basically,
day.
it was just, I had thick skin already. I believed in what I was saying, and I liked selling it. Like,
What were you selling?
It was legal insurance. So, like, basically, it's like health insurance, but, like, if you find yourself in a legal situation where, like, someone's trying to screw you over, you have these lawyers already paid for, and they came from this law firm here in LA. It's one of the biggest law firms in LA, and they represent Staples, and they represent the Dodgers, and they represent, like, big clients. So it wasn't, like, a scammy law firm or anything. And I actually used it a few times. Like, my landlord was trying to screw me over for a deposit that we left, and I had a lawyer send a letter, and I got my deposit back. So,
Dang.
like, yeah. So,
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So you're calling me. How does that work?
I don't remember now.
Oh, you don't? Because you have a super good memory.
No. It was like, because there was a certain way to say it. Like, I would call places of business and be like, can I speak to the HR? And then I would present to the HR, like, we want to offer this as an employee benefit. A lot of them had open enrollment meetings coming up where there's a health insurance person and there's, like, this person. So I would just be there representing the legal insurance benefit.
You would be there.
Yeah. And I would give the presentation, and I was 18 years old.
Wow.
18, 19 years old. I didn't know. I think, like, if I were to have to do that now, I would be a little scared and embarrassed.
Yeah,
and, like,
you would, yeah.
I'd be really self-conscious. But at the time, I was like, this is dope. I get to be in a business suit and, like, present this thing. And that's actually what got me into stand-up comedy. Because I liked adding jokes into my presentations and making people laugh. Like, that was my favorite part of the thing.
That's great.
Yeah, and so I used to sell a lot, and then most of the people in the company would focus on recruiting though, because no one likes sales. So, like, if you could just recruit your friends, then you make way more money, because every time they sell, then you get a commission,
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? That's how the
pyramid part, yeah.
Right. So I was making the person above me a ton of money.
Right.
Because I was selling mostly. I wasn't really great at the recruiting part. When I did recruit, it was usually I would go to a college campus and I would wear, like, a lower cut shirt, and I would be like, hey, you want to make $500 to $1,000 extra a month?
Did you wear butt shorts too?
It was Santa Barbara, so everybody wore butt shorts. But yeah, I would mostly approach guys, and
shocking.
And I had a boyfriend, so it wasn't like I was safe,
You were using it.
I was like,
you're using it for good and not evil.
I was like, yeah, exactly.
You're helping the guy above you make money randomly.
Basically, but I needed to recruit people in order to make better commissions.
Yeah, because if you had like 300 people under you.
Yeah, and they all sold,
and,
or if even one of them sold. That was the whole sell.
If
even one person that you recruit is a superstar, because not everyone's going to be a superstar, but if one person is a superstar and sells a bunch of legal plans, then you don't have to work very hard.
And they're like, hey, maybe you're the superstar.
Also, what I liked about that company, I learned some good stuff from there, because that's what got me reading personal development books.
Mm-hmm.
And it got me into, like, you'd go to motivational speakers like Tony Robbins and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd be like, hey, never stop pursuing your dreams. Like, you can do anything. Don't let them tell you can't do it. And I was like, oh, well, if I could do anything, it wouldn't be this. And so then I was like, what would I do if I could do anything?
So you use it against the MLM?
Yeah. So then I was like, I would be an actor. I've wanted to be an actor since I was 8. I used to be an actor, and then I quit for a little bit because my manager died.
Was the guy above you like, no, you should quit at acting?
He didn't try to talk me out of it. He was like, you should do it, but also as a backup, like, you should
I'll keep doing
also
this. Because he's making money off you, so he doesn't want to let you go.
He's like, you should join the group down there. While you're in LA, you should, like, keep going to the meetings and stuff. Because the thing, how they keep you roped in is, like, you keep going to the weekly meetings.
You stay in the cult.
Exactly.
Oddly enough, there's a lot of parallels between this and the improv circuit that I was in, because it's almost like the same exact thing. Everyone's kind of in it.
True.
Everyone's paying money to random people, and then, like, getting hired as coaches and stuff. And so we would hire a coach who was at UCB or at IO, and they would come and teach us, and we would all pool money together to pay the coach.
Yeah.
And then if we all liked the coach wanted to keep it all going, obviously, because they're getting money. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like a scam, but it was like an interesting...
Well, that's how they sell it too, because, like, that's why I sometimes defend MLM, because I believed in my product, the product that I was selling.
Yeah.
And I also, like, liked what they were teaching about, like, pursuing your dreams and how to talk to people and, like, how to communicate, which is a lot of the things that we talk about now on our podcast and stuff. I got all that, like, from reading personal development books back then, and up till now. The way they explain it to people is, like, it's just like capitalism. You go to work for a company, you're at the bottom here, you're working for $8 an hour or whatever it is,
Yeah.
but you're making money for the person up here.
Yeah.
And then you get promoted, and then you have people underneath you, and you're telling them what to do. You make a little bit more money than them, but you're still making money for the person up here.
Dang, I'm like being sold right now.
Yeah. The whole thing is leveraging and working smarter and not harder. And that's what all rich people do, is that they leverage other people. It's just sold in a really cheesy way.
Yeah.
And with a lot of unreputable...
It's very extra.
Yeah, a lot of companies aren't great. Oh, also the company I worked for was a Fortune 500 company, and they were publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. So these were all talking points that's like, we're not a scam, we're not a scam, we're not a scam, we're not a scam.
I love when scams are like, we're in Forbes.
We were.
No, I know, but I love it because you can just pay to be. I mean, I know people who pay to be on certain news websites and stuff, and you can just pay money and then you're there. It's pretty interesting.
I just think there's like a lot of scams, and then there's like some companies that are like Mary Kay.
Yeah,
operates like that, and like it's just to help women who felt like they weren't contributing, couldn't make money, couldn't get a job. It like built their self-confidence, and but it was set up the same way.
Have you ever seen the Mary Kay pink SUV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have too.
Yeah.
So it's funny because it does that to your brain too.
Jess Lozama.
This chick won.
Either she got one, or she was so close to getting one.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Dude, I'm sugar bombed out.
Oh.
How are you still doing it?
I don't know, it's because I was trying to, because it's a mukbang, and I feel like we
God.
should continue eating.
I'm trying. I'm gonna have to throw a couple of these on the grill.
How many did you get, girl?
I think I did 4.
I did 4 bomb pops and 2 sours.
What's your favorite one?
Between this one and the blue raspberry one, I like the blue raspberry one.
No, what's your favorite one of all the popsicles?
Bomb pop. I had 4 of them.
So these mighty sour ice pops from Kroger brand are the best popsicles on the earth. These are incredible, dude.
These are the best. I like these because it has like a softer texture. Like it's not all icy like this.
I don't care about the texture.
But yeah, these are really good flavor.
They're fucking good flavor.
I agree.
Go get that. Not Spawn. I mean, I love a push pop. Always gonna love a push pop. Got a soft part in my heart for that soft popsicle. But that is just next level. I've never even tried before, and I'm like, damn, that's what's up now.
It just makes me like this a lot.
Yeah, but I like that. Do you remember eating a bag of Warheads as a kid, and then you can't taste anything for like a month?
It took me forever to even get one. I could not do it. I would cry. Like I would put it in my mouth. I'm like, ah, and then I cry. And then like one day I found out you could bite it, and then
You didn't know you could bite it? You
I
poor
didn't
kid.
know, and so I was just like,
Because you had no friends to tell you.
No.
That's so sad. I knew because all my friends told me to bite it.
But then you eat too many, and then your mouth is just filled with cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Where the cuts come from?
Because when your saliva hits it, it makes those like little jagged things in the top of the hard candy.
I remember if my mom made hot food, like if she made spaghetti and I had Warheads that day, it was going to be a very painful dinner. Because you're like trying to eat the hot spaghetti because you're hungry. Because you're like, if I get my blood sugar going, I got to eat something real. I remember putting the spaghetti in my mouth and it's just like eating like acid. Like it's just setting your mouth on fire. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I got tears coming out of the side of my eyes, but I got to eat something. Dang. That's a good commercial for Warheads.
The lemon one is a lot more sour than the blue raspberry.
Isn't it? See your face now, you extra bitch?
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty extra with that one.
Because it's like, it brings it. I have a really high sour tolerance.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
I'm so turned on.
That made me like go like, whoa.
So you done with the popsicles then?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
All right. Well, I think we're done with our mukbang.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you for watching and requesting this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot about pyramid schemes and why not all are pyramid schemes. You know, even though we're all in a pyramid scheme, because just simply by living in America and participating in the capitalism, you know, we're all technically in a pyramid scheme. So, you know, might as well make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month.
But how fun
I got a website you could check out if you.
That would be so good if you did that. That would be so incredible. You're like, listen, Amway, they've been so good for me and for our family.
Any product.
That'd be so good. Okay, send me a link. Send me a link.
Check out the link in the description. I'm kidding, but
that would be incredible.
But you could check out our podcast, and
Please do that.
That comes out every Thursday. The video comes out every Friday. So come back tomorrow if you want to see the video instead. But yeah, hope you like that. And subscribe so you don't miss any of this. See you next time.
See you next time. I'm gonna go throw a box of these on the grill if anyone wants any. Come on. Woo! It's a beautiful day out. Okay, they're done.